Hello everyone, my name is Azarine from IUPPPM batch 2019. In today's video, I would like to give an explanation on the digital governance and public administration's reform and the example in South Korea. Digital governance is generally understood as the use of information and communications technology or ICT at all levels of the government to provide service to citizens, interactions with business enterprise, and communications and exchange of information between different agencies of government in a speedy, convenient, efficient, and transparent manner. Digital governance facilitates interactions between different stakeholders in the government. These interactions may be described as follows. First, G2G or government to government. Second is G2C or government to citizen. Third, G2B or government to businesses. Fourth is G2E or government to employees. And what is the role of e-government in public administration reform? Achieving the necessary standard of public administrations requires reform in many areas of policy and administration. Public administration reform can be very comprehensive and include process changes in areas such as organizational structures, decentralizations, personnel management, public finance, result-based management, regulatory reforms, and etc. The role of e-government in public administration reform is to achieve better public service, faster than before, more accessible information, more transparency, and accountability. How about the implementations of digital government in South Korea? Here we gave an example of the public administration reform and the digitization of services in South Korea. The South Korean government has constantly improved its digital government strategy to proactively identify the citizens' needs and serve them in the best way possible. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, the Korean government facilitated the Digital Government Innovation Plan to be a more resilient, responsive digital government. This effort taken by the government is a way to accelerate the public administration reform in South Korea. First is AI-based chatbot for citizens. Citizens can request and receive necessary information and notifications from the government agencies through a messenger app or AI speakers for their choice without having to visit the government portal. Second is mobile ID. Starting with the mobile ID for the government official, MOIS plans to expand the service to other types of ID, including a driver license. The citizens will be able to enjoy government services with the digital ID instead of using the current ID. Third is digital document and wallet. The Korean citizens and residents can simply store digital certificates issued on gov.kr portal or app in their own digital wallet for verifications or submissions without having to print and submit them in person to a third-party organization. In conclusions, digital governance refers to the network extensions of ICT relationships to include faster access to the web, mobile service delivery, networking, teleconferencing, and use of multi-channel information technologies to accomplish higher level of two-way transactions. From my point of view, digital governance is the next step for governments at all levels to reduce costs, meet citizens' expectations, and achieve economic recovery goals. As what I learned from the case of South Korea, the point of success in delivering the online-based services by the government are first, dedicated project funding and prioritized essential services. The second is early adoptions of civil registrations. The third is using a unified applications. The fourth is innovative and early adopting culture from the government and citizens.